And here's our first boat of the day, and he's come in, but the stern is kicked off. You can see the guy on the stern of the boat pushing this vessel off of his boat. And everybody we've seen come in here today has really struggled with the wind and current. And this is the second guy I've watched come in on a solo dock. And they have struggled absolutely the most on getting these things done. As we can see here, is our guy's trying to get it pulled back. And he's even struggling just to do that. But welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today we are down here visiting Point Marina. He really is struggling to get it pulled over. So the bow's kind of stuck. Security's going to come over here and try and give him a hand, as it's the anchor, it appears, that is hitting the pole and keeping it stuck over. And what is he doing? Our guy's just going to take off. What in the world happened there? He just goosed the throttle and took off out of here. So our next crew coming in, again, it's going to be an interesting one today. Anybody who's going for a portside dock is going to be struggling. So our crew's coming in. It looks like, well, I thought they were going to go for the starboard side. Even security's telling him, like, bro, go over here. As that's where he wants to be. And they're just going to miss completely. Security's been helping out everybody all day down here because it's been so ugly. And our crew, I mean, they wind up coming way off. Security's going to give them the light pullback. But here's the problem on a day like today. Look at how hot they're coming back into the dock because the wind and current is pushing so hard that it's pushing them that fast back. But definitely much easier to get that starboard side dock today than it is the port side. And they'll get it walked off. So our next crew coming in on approach. And they're gonna brake check. Again, you can see security down the dock giving everybody hands today. And they're gonna go for the port side. This could be interesting. Look at how bad, I mean, the wind and current's just grabbing them. So they're trying quickly to get line switched over to the port side. They try and go for the handoff. He stretches it, but it's not tied to anything. And they gotta look out. They're drifting into the boat behind him. So they're gonna have to push off the boat. It's gonna be beside them here in a second, as they didn't have the lines ready to go for this side. So the crew next to him gets out here to go ahead and start pushing off. I mean, the way the current wind is blowing so hard to this side, I don't know how they're going to get back over there now. They're going to have to get a line over there and let somebody pull them, or back all the way out and try this again, I think. So there we go. He goes for the line toss back to the security officer. And they're going to get pulled over. Man, it has been one of those days down here with everybody missing so bad. And our next crew coming in on approach, and again, another captain going for that portside dock, it looks like. So doing the only thing you can do on this one, which is going to come in with a heavy bow in approach. You're going to turn at the last second, or hopefully get somebody off that bow with a line, and then try and get a mid or a stern line over as well. So here we go, up to the bow with a line. Oh, they hit the dock. It bounces off. She got lucky she stayed on the boat, and thank God she actually fell to her knees, because he brake checks. If she was standing, she was going in. So they wound up bouncing off the dock. And he's gonna have to try and line this one up one more time. I'll tell you what, the lucky one here is the lady in the bow. If he wouldn't have hit the dock and she fell to her knees, I'm telling you now, when he brake checked back out of that, she was going down. So they're going to try and line it back up and see if they can get their stuff together and give this another go. So she's pointing to the dock. I'm wondering if they're going to switch sides on where they're going to, which would be the smart move. And Cap, yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to make an approach back onto that dock right this second. Here comes our next crew of the day in on approach as well. Looks like this crew is going to do the right thing and go for the starboard dock. But again, coming in at a funky angle, if they don't get it around the dock right, it's not going to land right. So Cap's finally starting to make his turn to get that bow back around. And we've got somebody up in the bow, ready to go. And here we go, coming in, she tries to grab the pole, they wind up smacking the dock. Have to be careful, that corner of that dock is right at the level of those windows on the side of the boat, and that is one way to take those things out, and they are starting to lose it as the boat's starting to come around. Cap's gonna leave the helm and decide he's gonna take matters into his own hands, jumps off, trying to grab the line to try and see if he can get this one pulled around. So he's starting to pull it up and around. But again, you can see just right there, I mean, that dock was almost perfectly in line with that window when they first came up on approach. And that was a close one. So Cap's asking for a line so he can try and go ahead and get it pulled up. And of course, as with everything down here, the line's not really ready. Cap's grabbing the braille, trying to get it pulled over. But again, that wind and current's just been so crazy down here today that everybody's struggling with it. So there we go. Goes for the line toss finally. And they didn't even get it. He missed, right? Yeah. He tossed it up there. And this time our guy grabs it before it falls into the water. And now with two lines, he should be able to walk it up. Get one of these other people off the boat, probably to give him a hand getting it put away. But they should be good to roll from here. And speaking of good to roll, we're going to go ahead and roll as well. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.